Welcome back! We have just finished speaking with Gadon Thek from the Hidden Becks, and we've been given the proper clearance to make it down into the Undercity of Taris, where we can meet Mission, who will try to help us get into the Black Vulkar base, where we can find the swoop engine accelerator that'll help us win the big swoop race so we can rescue Bastila. Whew! Yes, there's going to be a lot to do here. And as I said earlier on, at least I think I said this, we will be here on Taris for quite a while. Well, it's time to go down to the Undercity, and now we can get past this guard without any issue. Oop, I guess we actually have to talk to him. That makes sense.
Only those with official Seth business are allowed into the Undercity. Unless you've got the proper security papers, you better just turn around and go back the way you came.
We've got security papers right here.
Let me see. Yeah, these look to be in order. Okay, you can go down if you want. Can't say I envy you, though. The Undercity is crawling with mutants. Rat ghouls, they call them. If you see anything moving down there, shoot first and ask questions later.
Yeah, we kind of forgot to talk about that earlier with Gadon and Mission. The rat ghouls.
You there, Upworlder! Anyone using this elevator has to pay the toll.
Yeah, this is our elevator. If you use it, you gotta give us something.
I don't believe this planet. Even the beggars are trying to shake us down.
5 credits! That's what it costs to use our elevator. 5 credits!
5 credits isn't exactly that much. And considering the state of living down here, you know, I think I will give them 5 credits. It seems like they can use it.
Credits, my brother! We have credits. Now we can buy food and medicine.
Hush, or the others will hear us. They'll want our credits. We have to hide them.
Go on, you two. Get out of here. I'm sorry about that. Those 2 beggars give everyone in the village a bad name. We aren't all like that, you know.
It's alright.
Most of us are good people.
I'm sure you are, miss. It's just too bad your little welcoming committee is here to give people a bad first impression.
Oh, Karth. It's alright, man. I'm happy to give 5 credits to people who need them. And to be honest, I really don't think there's going to be drugs or anything illegitimate down in a place like this. It seems like they're barely surviving as is.
My name is Shalina. You're from the Upworld, aren't you? I've never seen it. I was born here in the Undercity. Is it as nice as they say up there?
Well, sort of. It's a beautiful place, but it's, well, mired with corruption.
I've never been to the surface, but sometimes I think I can see it in my dreams. The sun, the sky, the stars. It all sounds so wonderful. Gendar, the leader of our village, tells me I should spend more time trying to improve things down here and less time dreaming about something I can never have. Maybe he's right. You probably think I'm a fool, having dreams of a place I've never even seen. But when I was little, Rukil used to tell me stories of what it was like up there.
Who's Rukil?
Rukil's the oldest man in the village. The kids call him Rukil Wrinkleskin, but he's a kind man. He used to tell me the greatest stories when I was a little girl. I still like to listen to his tales about the Promised Land, even though I know they're just legends, but it helps to make the Undercity seem less dark somehow.
The Promised Land? Is that supposed to be, the Upper City?
It's just a story to make little children smile. Rukil believes in it, though. Sometimes I can almost believe it myself, but then I look around and see the ugly truth. I guess we have to make the best of what we have, though. If you really want to learn more about the Promised Land, you should speak to Rukil.
Let's see, where can we find Rukil?
He's wandering around somewhere on the south side of the village. He doesn't move too far. He's hard on his bones. He's over 100 years old. The children laugh at him, and people think he's crazy because of his stories about the Promised Land, but he's really just a kind old man.
Well, that's good. Where can we find Gendar?
He'll be somewhere in the village. I couldn't say where for sure. He's always busy doing whatever he can to make the lives of the other villagers easier.
Well, that's good to know. If we try to ask her any more questions, she'll just tell us to go to Gendar or Rookhill, so we're not going to.
Oh, okay. Well, if you ever need anything, or if you just feel like talking, come back and see me. I hardly ever get a chance to speak to someone from the Upworld.
That's sad, though. It's kind of interesting to see that these people are just dreaming to go to the Upper City, whereas the people from the Upper City are discontent with their lives and hoping to get rid of the Sith, which, you know, I can't really blame them. But when you see this, it kind of puts things into perspective. This appears to be the lowest of the low. Here's Rookhill. Let's try talking to him.
You come from the world above. Is this the time of destiny, then? Is this a portent of the salvation of my people? Or merely another false sign to mislead us from the path? Are you the herald of prophecy? The beacon to guide us through the darkness? Or are you merely another harbinger of shattered dreams and unfulfilled promises?
Be careful. This one might be crazy enough to be dangerous.
Speak to me, Upworlder. Tell me what fate you unleash upon us. Salvation or damnation? Speak, Upworlder. I beg you.
Whoa, whoa, whoa there. Hold on a sec. I'm not sure I'm any of those things.
A question. You are uncertain, bewildered, perplexed. Understandable, I suppose. Even after 100 years of life, I myself still become confused at times. Perhaps I can make things more clear. Some things, at least. My name is Rookhill, the oldest outcast here in the village. Rookhill Wrinkleskin, the children call me sometimes.
Hi there, Rookhill. What exactly is it that you want from us?
Once I was honored for my wisdom. But over time, the villagers fell away from the true path. Eventually, there was only a single apprentice who followed me. And now she is gone too.
Yeah, what exactly is the true path? I'm curious about that.
No, not yet. I must be wary, careful. You may be a false savior. Dare I share my secrets with you? No, not until you prove yourself.
Perhaps this, true path, or whatever it is that he's interested in, might help us in some way. At this point, we can use all the help we can get against the Sith. So, if he has information that might be valuable, maybe we can help him with that.
My apprentice is lost. I sent her out into the Undercity to find... Well, I cannot tell you. Not yet. Sadly, my apprentice has not returned. Please, Upworlder, will you help an old man? Will you seek out my apprentice in the Undercity? Her name is Malia. I must know of her fate, whatever it may be. I must know what she found.
Alright, we can look for it while we're exploring.
Finding her may be difficult. Malia could be anywhere in the Undercity. But if you will find her, I will know you to be our true savior. Only then can I reveal my secret knowledge to you.
Alright, that's cool.
I wish you luck, Upworlder. Come speak to me again once you have discovered the fate of my apprentice.
And we get another side quest, which shouldn't be too difficult. We just have to find something for him. Anybody else here? Where's this Gendar? Let's see what these people have to say.
I had fine clothes, beautiful bed. Now I wear rags and I sleep on the ground like an animal. Were my crimes so horrible that I should now suffer like this?
Greetings, Upworlder. We rarely see your kind here in the Undercity. I find it strange that so many of you have come down from the surface recently.
No offense, but I can see why people normally avoid this place.
Why have you come into this dark and sunless place? Is there something you need of me or my village? I will help you however I can.
First of all, why exactly do these people live here in the Undercity? We heard the woman earlier say that she had committed crimes. So are these people supposed to be criminals?
We are the outcasts, shunned from the surface for our crimes and banished here to the Undercity. We banded together to form this village that we might survive in this hostile environment. I am Gendar, leader of this village, as my father was and as was his father before him. Many of us have been here for generations, our ancestors cast down long ago. There is no return to the surface for us or our descendants, but somehow we managed to survive amidst the filth and roaming bands of deadly rat ghouls.
What a horrible way to live indeed.
Life down here can be difficult. It can break the spirit. Many in the village have become bitter and hopeless, especially those newly cast down. But life goes on, and we must try to make the best of what we have. And maybe someday we will find a better life. Listen to me. I'm starting to sound like Rookil.
Well, I suppose the older you get, the more you would hope for something like that, since that would be all you would have left. Let's find out more about these rat ghouls. We heard about them from Zelka in the Upper City, but since these people have experienced them firsthand, they might be able to tell us a bit more.
The rat ghouls are monsters, hideous mutations who feast on the flesh of our villagers. Their diseased jaws can infect those they attack, transforming the victim into one of those abominations. We know of no cure for the disease, and for the good of the village, we must banish any who become infected, lest they transform and turn on us.
Let's see, does he know anything else?
Ask your questions, Upworlder. I will answer to the best of my knowledge, though I know little beyond the borders of the Undercity.
Let's find out more about where Mission is.
Yes, I have seen this Twi'lek many times, though I've never spoken to her. She and her Wookiee companion often pass through our village on their way to explore the sewers.
How do we get to the sewers?
There are two entrances into the sewers from the Undercity. One to the northeast of our village, the other to the southeast. But the sewers are dangerous, Upworlder. If you dare to travel those dark tunnels, you would be wise to go heavily armed, unless you wish to become a meal for the rat ghouls and the other foul creatures.
Sounds like a lovely place. I also wanted to ask him about these other Upworlders who came by here recently, since he mentioned that there were so many of us that have been coming down.
Our village has seen many visitors from the surface recently. Armored troops, swoop gang members, mercenaries. They come to search our sunless world. They're even searching the sewers.
Interesting. Well, let's go ahead and leave.
As you wish, Upworlder.
Now, there's one other person here we haven't spoken to yet. Let's see if I can find him. I usually have a really tough time finding things down here in the Undercity. There he is. Aegir.
Hey, you ain't from the village. You're from the Upworld, ain't you? Yes, you've got credits, I bet.
Watch yourself.
Okay.
Something slimy about this guy. I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him.
My name's
Yeah.
Aegir. I run a little salvage shop here. You want to buy something from my store? I got some good deals.
Yeah, how exactly does he manage to run a store here?
If a villager comes across any useful salvage in the Undercity, they bring it to me. Every so often, members from the lower city gangs come down to trade for the salvage. They'll exchange food and medicine for engine parts, old blasters, and the like. Sometimes they even give me credits if I have some really good stuff.
Well, I won't turn down an opportunity to possibly buy some stuff.
It ain't the best stuff. Mostly salvage and such, but the prices are right.
Yes, the prices are indeed right, and this is why I did not buy anything from Laram, I think that was his name, back in our apartment complex, is because this guy has much better prices. Well, okay, a little bit better prices. So I'm going to buy a few things from him. I think we're good on med packs, but I'll buy a couple. I don't think any of these other things are really useful to us right now. I don't intend to buy Pazak cards, at least yet. Maybe later on. But I like to see which Pazak cards we'll get first. I do, however, want to buy quite a few of antidote kits, because we will need those against the rat ghouls. And I should go ahead and mention here, by the way, that the rat ghouls, even though they infect people with this disease that turns them into rat ghouls, that won't happen to us. We will just get poisoned, and we can use the antidote kits to heal. Let's see what this guy has to say.
The rat ghouls took my wife. I can only pray she is dead. I cannot bear to even think of the alternative.
Very true. If they're going to become hideous monsters, I don't know if I would want to think of that. Let's see here. Is this...
Hurry, Hindar!
Yes,
Hurry!
this is what I want to
can
say.
hear it coming.
He'll never make it. He's doomed. I told him he was a fool to leave the village.
He will make it. Run, Hindar, run!
Open the gate! Quickly! There isn't much time!
I can't. The Rakghouls are too close.
The mutants will kill him if you don't open the gate!
And if I open the gate, they'll kill us all.
No! You can't do this! It isn't fair! Please, make him open the gate. Hindar will die if he doesn't.
I can't open the gate. Not while the Rakghouls are so near.
This is kind of a strange situation, because I honestly don't know why he can't just open the gate and then suddenly close it right afterwards, and how us going out there is really going to help anything out, because I suppose that could help take attention off of Hindar, but I don't know, it's kind of a strange, rather contrived situation.
You'd risk your life for a stranger? You're brave, Upworlder. I'll open the gate for you, but you gotta be quick. In a few seconds, I must close and lock it again.
You know, Hindar's standing right there, and all that time we were talking, you could have opened the gate and simply closed it. But we would have to fight the Rakghouls anyway when we got out here, so let's go ahead and do it. I will go ahead and just pause the game to do this. Looks like Hindar's been poisoned a bit. And Karth has been too. Let's use one of our antidote kits. And how about a med pack? Why not? And another. Let's go back inside.
I can't thank you enough for saving me, Upworlder. If I had anything but these rags on my back, it would be yours. But we have nothing.
I still have you, Hindar. That's all I need. Let's go back to the village.
Oh. Sounds like the two of them are getting rather close. Let's see, what about the gate guard? Does he have anything to say?
Thank you for saving Hindar. You are braver than I, Upworlder. Maybe we outcasts have lived too long in selfish fear. Perhaps we can learn a lesson from your brave actions. But enough of my ramblings. Is there something you need, Upworlder?
Who are you?
I'm Trellin, from the Outcast Village. It's my job to guard the gates and see they are locked to protect us from the Rakghouls.
Let's go ahead and go, because he'll just tell us to go to Gendar Rookhill if we have any questions.
Goodbye, Upworlder.
Well, we have explored pretty much all we can see here in the village, so let's go outside and find our way into the sewers, and hopefully find a mission somewhere along the way. Of course, we're gonna have to fight off all these Rakghouls.
Please, you have to help me. Nobody else is gonna help me.
There she is.
Max won't help me. But I can't just leave him there. He's my friend. You'll help me, won't you?
Whoa, 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 whoa there. Slow down.
It's Zaalbar. He's in trouble. Big trouble. We have to help him. If we don't, they'll sell him into slavery.
Okay, let's just calm down and tell me everything.
Me and Zaalbar, we were just wandering around here in the Undercity. You know, looking for stuff we could find, just kind of exploring. We do it all the time.
I guess with a Wookiee at your side, you've got to figure you can handle the odd Rakghoul attack.
Yeah.
Only this time, they were waiting for us. Gamorrean slave hunters. We didn't even have a chance to run. Big Z threw himself at him and then roared for me to run. I took off. I figured Zaalbar would be right behind me. But there were too many of them. He couldn't get away. They're going to sell him to a slaver, I just know it.
Where did they take Zaalbar? Perhaps we can rescue him.
I don't know for sure, but those Gamorreans like to hang out in the sewers. The stink reminds them of home, I guess. That's probably where they took Big Z.
Gamorreans, by the way, are the pig-like creatures that were serving in Jabba's palace in Return of the Jedi. But let's go ahead and enlist her help to get us inside the Vulkar base as well.
It's a deal. As soon as we get Big Z back, I'll show you a way into that Vulkar base. Now come on! We have to find Zaalbar before they sell him to slavers, or worse.
Do you know where he's being kept?
The Gamorreans make their camps in the sewers. I bet that's where we'll find Zaalbar. And that's where I'll show you the secret entrance into the Vulkar compound.
Ooh. And Mission has joined our party, alright. I was hoping she would. And because of that, we can now add her. And she and Kane have the ability to level up now. This, by the way, will be the last time I intend to level up Kane for quite a while, and you will see why later on. I think I will go and put this into treat injury. I want to put as many points into persuade as possible, even though it's a cross-class skill. And, as I mentioned earlier, I do want to up flurry with improved flurry. And this time, we get less taken off our defense. We get -2 instead of -4, and we also get a lower penalty. We get a -2 penalty instead of a -4 penalty to attacks. So that's good to know. And we've also got Mission to level up. And let's see, I think I will give her... I'll give her more dexterity. And as a scoundrel, she has a lot of skill points to allocate. And Mission is not exactly the type of person you would want to have necessarily in combat, per se, but she's a good skill person to have. She can break past security doors, which is definitely something I will invest in. She's definitely good at disabling mines, and from this point on, I think I'll be using her as my mine disabler. And as such, I do want to increase her awareness. I'm probably not going to put as much in computer use, and as I've said before, I don't really intend to put anything into stealth, per se. I think I will put... just one more into computer use since I don't really have much of a choice. That is a cross-class skill, unfortunately. But I will go ahead and do so. Yeah, I think that's good. And we are done with leveling up for now. And we've got 3 people in our party. This is the maximum we can have. But at least now we can handle the Autorak Ghoul attack a bit better than we could if we just had me and Karth. Oh, wait a minute, what am I thinking? I need to equip Mission a little bit better than just the simple clothes she's got. I'll give her a combat suit. We don't have any energy shields for her. Right now she's got 1 weapon. Let me see if she's got 2 weapon fighting. I want to say she doesn't, but yeah, 'cause it would have been the first thing. She's got dueling, so I'll keep her with 1 pistol for the time being.
Yes?
I think that'll work. And I want to say, I got everything here. I appear to have short-term memory loss already. Not a good thing. Let's just scope out the area just to make sure that we've cleared out all the stuff we can find. Looks like there's people over there. Canderous! What's he doing down here? Is he one of the people scouting out for stuff? And it looks like he's brought some friends with him. This doesn't look too good.
Don't move. I'm not afraid to use this blaster if I have to.
Settle down, kid. We've already lost enough men to those damn rat ghouls. The last thing we need now is more casualties from a needless firefight.
Good point.
By the looks of you, I'd say you're down here for the same reason we are. To salvage something from those downed Republic space pods. Let me give you some advice. Forget about it. Do yourself a favor and just head back from where you came.
Why is that?
Mandalorians don't make threats. We make promises. But I'm just trying to give you a friendly warning. This isn't a good place to stand around chatting. The Undercity is crawling with rat ghouls. I've already lost a half a dozen men to those monsters.
Youch.
I heard something. Over there, in the shadows. Sounded like a rat ghoul.
The way they leap and bound like that is...
We've got company. Get those blasters ready, boys.
The way they do that is so funny. Let's get him. Okay, so far we haven't gotten poisoned yet. Alright, that wasn't so bad.
Damn. I told Davik this salvage mission was a bad idea. His men aren't trained for this kind of thing, and I can't babysit them all. Okay, boys. We're getting out of here before I lose anyone else. I can't carry all this salvage back by myself. You'd be smart to get out of here as well. Even if you can handle the rat ghouls, I doubt there's anything worth finding anymore. Davik sent me down here with this motley crew to scavenge whatever we could from the Republic escape pods that crashed during the recent battle overhead. But the lower city gangs got here first.
Aww.
Anything worthwhile in those Republic pods is probably in their hands by now. Davik won't like that.
And by lower city gangs, I'm assuming he just means the Black Vulkars from what we've heard. Let's find out more about this Davik, because if we're going to get out of here, then perhaps that Evan Hawke that we've heard about just might be our ticket.
What are you, an off-worlder? Everyone knows Davik. He's a member of the Exchange. You know, the interstellar crime syndicate.
Oh, we know that.
Smuggling, gambling, extortion. Davik controls it all here on Taris. That's why I'm working for him. But lately, the lower city gangs have been giving my boss some trouble.
Let's find out his take on the gangs. Didn't sound like he was exactly very impressed with them from what he told us earlier.
This isn't really the best place to have these kinds of conversations. But I guess I could spare a couple of seconds for you. After all, you did help us out with those rat ghouls. The lower city is overrun with gangs, but the two most important ones are the Hidden Becks and the Black Vulkars. Used to be the Becks were the big dog and kept the others in line. But lately the Black Vulkars are moving in on Beck turf and challenging them for control. The Vulkars are even starting to defy Davik. Take these escape pods, for example. Everyone knew Davik would want first crack at them, but I know for a fact those damn Vulkars have already sent their own salvage party down here.
This explains earlier why he said that if Davik is smart, he'll slap Brejik back down. Well, let's go ahead and get going.
Come on, boys, let's move out.
At least he was a little bit more willing to talk to us this time. There's some remains here. Just some credits, though, not too much. And more rat ghouls. I think I'm going to try grenading them.
Ready.
Oh, that wasn't too bad.
Huh?
Time to rumble. Time to rumble.
Yes?
Alright, looks like this improved flurry is helping us a bit. Let's see, is there anything else down here? It doesn't look like there's much to see here. Another rat ghoul. A bunch of rat ghouls, actually. And I think that was a mine, yeah.
Ready.
Huh?
Let's have Mission disable that for us. I'm not going to really recover mines in this LP because I probably won't be using them too much. They're not exactly the most useful thing. I mean, I suppose if you were really strategic, then you can make some good use out of them, but I'm probably not going to. I'm probably just going to forget that they're there. And let's go ahead and make short order of these. Alright. Here's an outcast corpse here. I'm surprised this guy didn't mutate, but it looks like we have found the Promised Land Apprentice Journal, which we can give to Rookhill. Let's see, nothing more here. The Undercity is a pretty spacious place, but it doesn't exactly take a very long time to check everything out. That appears to be all on this side. Let's go ahead and scope out the other side, see if there's any more rat ghouls we can take care of. Also, I haven't had to use a med pack in quite a while, and that is good news. Right there is one of the entrances to the sewers, but we're not going to go there quite yet. Let's see what's over in this area. We haven't looked at this yet. Another mine. I'm probably not going to worry too much about these mines, but I'll go ahead and disable them anyway. Actually, let me try recovering one. I'll probably recover a few to sell that aren't exactly that hard to disable, just to get some money.
Help me, please. I can feel it inside my skin. Something growing, like some kind of hideous disease.
Uh-oh. Maybe we can find something to help him.
No! No! I can feel it!
Apparently when you turn to Rackle, you get a flash of blinding light along with that. Whoops.
Damn. Who asked for this? Ready?
Let's give Cars some antidotes.
Huh?
What?
And here is the escape pod. But there's nothing we can do with that.
What?
Huh?
Sure.
At least we found it, though. We saw the crash site. But as Kendra said, there's nothing to see here, so we're just going to have to move on. And it looks like somebody just walked right into a mine. Probably a mission. And a Sith patrol leader.
You there, civilian. This is a restricted area. What are you doing down here?
Nothing. Why do you ask? I got the security papers. Will that help?
Security papers? Oh, you're one of those trackers the commander sent down, right?
Yeah.
They should have given you an armed escort. It's nasty down here.
We got our own armed escorts.
We figure the Rak ghouls got them. We've had so many encounters with those things, we've actually run out of Rak ghoul serum.
Ooh.
Plus, we've had several skirmishes with looters from those lower city swoop gangs. I'm telling you, we should just stay in the upper city where we're in control.
Ragul serum, huh? I don't really want to make an enemy out of everybody. Let's find out if he can tell us something.
Oh, is that why you're down here? Search and rescue? I didn't think they'd send anyone. They were in the southern section of the Undercity when we lost contact. I would have gone to investigate, but my orders are to search for those crashed escape pods, even if it means leaving another patrol to die. Hey, I'd never disobey my orders. I'm not a fan of court-martials and executions. I was just talking, you know. Nothing anyone has to mention to the commander. Come on, patrol, let's get back to it. The sooner we get this search done, the sooner we can get out of this mutant-infested hole. Move out.
Southern section, huh? Maybe we can find something on that corpse. Perhaps it's the Ragul serum that he spoke of. Let's see, is there anything else here? There's nothing to see there, just some fallen beams and whatnot. Let's take on some more Raguls.
Yeah?
Yeah?
What?
This appears to be the other
Yeah?
Sure.
sewer entrance down here, with a corpse next to it. Let's see what this is. Just some random stuff. There's still more to see, however. We still haven't found that body yet.
Ready?
What?
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 Now let me switch to them. Ragul Fiend are, those are the Raguls that are a bit tougher than the norm. I want to say that a Ragul Fiend was the type of Ragul that we originally fought when we rescued Hendar. They certainly seem a lot tougher than these normal ones. And here is the Sith corpse. We got a beam splitter, which will come in handy for some of our weapons. We can equip or add that to one of our guns back at the workbench. We've now got a heavy combat suit, so a character with heavy armor proficiency can wear that. A blaster rifle, and the Ragul serum. I should probably mention here, by the way, that if you use this Ragul serum, and you can actually try to give some to the Republic soldier, but he'll end up dying when he goes off to fight the Raguls that are coming towards you. You can try giving it to to him. There's also some outcasts here in the village that we can try giving it to, which is where I'm headed right now.
Darth, you're a pilot for the Republic, right? You've been all over the galaxy, I bet, right? So tell me, how would you rate Taris compared to other worlds you've seen?
To be honest, Mission, Taris would rate pretty low. The prejudice, the rich spoiling themselves while the poor are crushed beneath them, it's not a pretty picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's only since the Sith occupation. Before that, well, I guess it wasn't all that different, really. Maybe Taris ain't as great as I thought, you know?
Trust me, Mission, there are a lot of worlds better than Taris. There are worse, too, but Taris is no place for a kid to live on her own. Even a kid who's got a Wookiee to look out for her.
Hey, I ain't no kid.
Whoa.
I look out for Zaalbar as much as he looks out for me. Big C's my friend, not my babysitter. Jeez, I come ask you a question, you give me a lecture.
Don't you snap at me, Missy. You want a lecture? How's this? Only bratty little children fly off the handle because of a simple comment.
Okay, Karth. Perhaps that may have been going a little bit too far there.
I don't have to listen to you, Karth. You ain't my father, though you're sure old enough to be. So keep your lectures inside your withered old head, because I don't need them.
And I sure as hell don't need this. Look, let's just drop it and get back to what we were doing.
Both of you guys need to calm down, really. There's nothing else we can do back here for the time being. What I was saying was that if you choose to give the Rakghoul serum to these outcasts here in the village, or to the Republic soldier, you will still have it to give to either Zelka or to Zax. There's a couple of things I want to do here. I want to address the infected outcasts. They haven't turned into Rakghouls yet, and I understand we haven't actually seen them yet. I haven't showed this part yet. But I'd like to help them out. Let's talk to this outcast healer.
Wait, Upworlder. You can't go through this gate. There is too much danger and suffering beyond. For your own sake, turn back.
We are here to help. We don't care about the danger.
Your offer is generous, Upworlder, but the serum is useless to us now. The villagers infected with the Rakghoul disease have been quarantined beyond this gate. At any moment they could be transformed into terrible monsters. Nobody would be foolish enough to risk going into the pens to give them the cure. The infected ones could transform into Rakghouls and attack them at any moment.
We're not going to worry about that. Let's go and try to help them. If they turn into Rakghouls, we can fight them off.
I can't stop you from going through the gates, Upworlder, but if the infected ones have already transformed into Rakghouls, you'll be walking into your grave.
Alright, let us help.
Please, help us. We're infected with the Rakghoul disease. At any moment we could... No! This cannot... No!
Uh-oh. Well, we're gonna have to take care of these Rakghouls. Oh, and I gotta use a med pack or something here because I am taking 3 on at once. Let us use an advanced one. Why not? Well, actually, we don't need to use an advanced one. Let's just use a normal one. And we got shot down anyway. I don't believe these Rakghouls can actually break into the village. Thankfully, there are outcasts we can still help.
Please, you have to help us. We beg you. We don't want to end up like the others. Please help us. We can't end up like them.
Let's give them the serum.
You have a cure. Please, give it to me. Quickly, before it's too late.
And we're slouched over because we're hurt.
Quickly, I must inject it before it's too late. Yes, I feel it working.
Good.
I feel the disease burning away. It's like a miracle. I am cured.
Awesome.
Thank you, Upworlder. You have saved us from a fate worse than death. I only wish I had some reward to give you. Maybe you can find something worthwhile in the wreckage of that Republic escape pod.
We won't ask him about the Republic escape pod.
We should go now, Upworlder. We're anxious to return to the village and see our families again. Thank you once again for everything you have done.
You're welcome. And we get some light side points for that, which is cool.
Yeah?
Let's turn back to using Kane here and let's heal him up a bit. I guess that med pack that we tried to give him didn't quite work for some reason. I'll give him a couple. There we go. One last thing I want to do here before we move on to the sewers is to give Rookhill his apprentice's journal. And maybe he can fill us in on more Promised Land related stuff. If we can actually find him. Like I said, I have a terrible time trying to find everything here. I think he's somewhere, yeah, he's here. Just across from Gendar.
Greetings once more, Upworlder. Do you bring news of my apprentice? Have you discovered her fate and proved yourself to be a true savior of my people?
Like I said, Rookhill, probably best not to get your hopes up too much. But let's see what he has to say.
It is as I feared, then. She joins the list of those who have given their lives in the service of our cause. But though I am saddened by this news, there is yet hope. By finding my apprentice, you have proved yourself worthy, Upworlder. You are to be the beacon on our path to salvation. You will guide us to the Promised Land.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't think we can exactly do that. We have a mission to take care of here, and honestly, I think you'd be a good person to do that. You're the most idealistic out of anybody we've met here, and you're the most passionate about this. And we don't even know where the Promised Land even is.
You are marked, Upworlder. Even my dim old eyes can see the mantle of destiny that cloaks you. Perhaps old Rookhill knows you better than you know yourself. I am old. I have lived 100 years in the Undercity, cast down into the darkness. I know the legends and history of our people, and now you must learn it too.
Let's hear what he has to say.
The great city of Taris covers the entire surface of this planet. There is no land to grow food. Kelp harvests and the creatures of the sea are our only food source. A century ago, rising levels of toxic pollution poisoned the oceans, and famine swept the planet. The rich hoarded food for their own use, and the poor were left to starve and die.
From what I've seen of Taris, it doesn't look like much has changed. Except for the upper city, people here are just as bad off as the poor in your little history.
But the poor rose up against this tyranny, and civil war engulfed the planet. Millions died in the fighting, and huge sections of Taris were destroyed or abandoned. The rebellion was crushed in the end. Thousands were taken prisoner. The jails could not hold them all, and so the practice of banishing all prisoners to the Undercity was born. Many brave men and women were banished here to the Undercity for their part in the rebellion. People like my father and grandfather were cast down, along with their families.
What did you expect? If they could get away with it, the Tarisian nobles would stuff their own mothers down here to make more room in the upper city.
Yeah.
Now we live a dark existence beneath the streets of Taris. A life devoid of all hope but one, the Promised Land. And you will be the one to show us the way to get there.
Yeah, how can we lead them to the Promised Land when we don't even know what the Promised Land is?
Legends tell of a self-sufficient colony founded just before the famine and lost during the Civil War. A paradise beneath the Undercity where droid servants tend to every need. For many years I searched for the Promised Land, just as my grandfather and father did before me. When I became old and gray, my apprentice continued the search on my behalf.
Sounds like a myth to me. Something to give the people here some false hope to cling to so they don't go mad with despair.
I have collected many clues hinting at its location. The journal of my apprentice provides yet more information. But still, there are too many pieces missing from this puzzle. But I know my father and grandfather each had journals where they recorded their own discoveries. Perhaps with their journals, I could at last uncover its hidden location.
Let's give him the journal that we have.
Yes, Upworlder. Well done. However, I see that this journal alone does not have enough clues for me to solve this mystery. Too many pieces are still missing.
Aw.
I'm afraid that only with all 3 journals, my grandfather's, my father's, and my apprentice's, will I be able to discover the location of the Promised Land. I will leave this journal with you for safekeeping for now. Perhaps it will aid you in your search for the others. I wish you luck, Upworlder, for the sake of the entire village.
Alright. In case you're wondering what the journal actually says, there's no actual information about where the Promised Land is. It just says the journal details a search for the Promised Land carried out by Rookill's apprentice. Most of the entries are mundane, however the last entry is quite interesting. I have uncovered evidence that others have been seeking out the fabled land and that their treks have led them into the sewers. I have decided that I must go there as well. And we will go there as well, but we will do so in the next video.